cage, one of the best in the business, Decky Larkin, just giving final instructions to James Slavin, who told me during the week, I am always hunting for a submission victory.
James Slavin has medalled extensively in IBJJF tournaments, so he knows exactly what he's doing on the ground, and in for a takedown straight away. Shows his hand early. But look at that split defense from Ryan Shelley.
Shelley with a wide base, but again, looking to turn the corner is Shelley with excellent defense, using that underhook to rip his opponent back up.
He's peppering Slavin with those shots. Just finding the gaps, and something like that, whilst it may not be fight ending, it's an irritant that takes away from what you're trying to do with that single leg.
Almost like if you're playing Texas Hold'em. James Slavin just turned his 2 cards upside and showed everybody and said, yeah, I'm all in. Really showed the game plan in on the takedown and gets it, Phil.
Yep, rewarded for his persistence with the takedown, but look at that defense, popping right back up as Shelley.
Elevating the right leg high, trying to take away the balance. Expect potentially a trip of the standing leg here by James Slavin.
But needs to be wary of the guillotine attack. That neck looks very low.
Sometimes offense is the best way of defense, Phil, and Shelley was shown that by threatening the neck. But again, like a dog with a bone, it's James Slavin looking for that takedown.
But we see Ryan Shelley, every time he gets taken down, he posts the hand straight away. He's back to his feet.
And it's Shelley who turns in to the guard here of James Slavin. James Slavin, he won't be too disappointed to find himself in his position.
Ryan Shelley doing the right thing as I anticipated. Just doesn't want to spend too much time on the ground with the jiu-jitsu stylist, and now using that jab to establish distance and throwing beautiful Taekwondo style kicks.
Just used the hands to set up the feet and tried to sit through there, did Slavin, but he ends up almost landing in the bottom crucifix position, and it's Shelley who's on top, but Slavin turning into him with that knee shield.
Shelley just taking his time with the low hips, establishing the position. He doesn't want to do anything to give Slavin enough space here. But Slavin's showing that jiu-jitsu experience by creating space with that knee shield.
Excellent work by Shelley, goes knee on belly.
Could he be transitioning
step into the mount. Good shots as well from Shelley on top here, Phil.
The scope there for the Kimura if he steps over the head.
Slavin just keeps pushing through and looking for that single, and Shelley wide sprawl and pushes them hips out and steps away.
That's got to be good for the confidence of Ryan Shelley, just being able to sprawl hard and create distance.
And the wind just breezed past my ear as if Arya Stark jumped past me with that head kick, just missing.
Slavin needs to set those takedowns up a little bit with the hands. He can't just go in blind, but now he's eating shots at will.
Shelley loosening up, using the kicks. He's setting them up with the hands beautifully and really showing that arsenal of Taekwondo techniques. But Slavin again, dog with a bone, once again in on that double this time, but a wide base again by Shelley, and this will give him confidence, the fact that he's stopped the takedown on multiple occasions, but when he gets taken down, he's got back up, so that will give him confidence along with loosening up and landing his strikes, Phil. So interesting about mixed martial arts, it really is a chess match. We're using humans instead of little pieces of wood.
Human chess with dire physical consequences, Noel O'Keefe.
Has Slavin recovered? He bounces straight into the center of the cage.
Nice crisp jab there.
It's a chopping leg kick, but pays with the fast hands, and it really is fast hands, and that's a beautiful side kick as well by Shelley.
It just beautifully maintains distance and then chops into the leg.
Wasting no time. The hands are pop, pop, followed by the kick, but Slavin has worked his way in and is in on that single. Turns the corner, gets the takedown, but Shelley using that underhook again and ripping his opponent up.
And just pops right back up. Has that underhook. And peppers again with shots. I'd like to see him put pressure on the head of Slavin, pushing that head down. Slavin again trying to turn the corner on that single.
And right in front of us, good balance being shown. Slavin looking to change to get the double rather than the single. Just has a pin between his knees momentarily, that left leg. But Shelley, excellent defense. Looking for an ankle pick now, Phil.
Again, another big takedown, but Shelley doing the right thing by trying to turn in.
Side control now. Slavin, this is what he's wanted. He's worked for the majority of this fight. What can he do with it?
You see the arm in there from Shelley trying to create a little bit of space. He's turned out. I'd like to see him switch those hips and turn in a little bit. He's in danger of giving up his back or giving up a high mount.
I thought potentially there Slavin was looking for the head and arm. And that's why he was turning his back, presents the back to him now and just tries to stand up.
One hook and you may see.
Potentially too high, falls off the back, working for the leg now though, Phil.
But Shelley doing the right thing by trying to stay as compact as possible, not giving Slavin any space to extend the hips, and he's forcing Slavin to eat shots for it.
That's the price of looking for leg locks, and as you leave your dome exposed and raining down shots on that was Ryan Shelley. He's looking to step into full mount here, Phil. He looks like he's going to get it, but out the back door is Slavin.
Beautiful work from Slavin. May end up taking the back of Shelley here himself. Just needs to base and get up.
Both fighters scrambling, and this is going to wear on the gas tank of both of them.
He may just be looking to get down on a calf crush. Shelley again doing the right thing just by sitting down in that half guard position.
Just corner of Shelley, just screaming for shots from this position as well, Phil.
You can see him using that whizzer just to keep Slavin in nice and close and land those shots.
And this is a nice controlling position for Shelley. He's got one arm trapped, he's got the leg trapped, so he can rain down shots here. And this is going to be big on the judges' scorecards as well. They're seeing the Team KF man on top, landing shots, Slavin trapped underneath.
And they don't need to be devastating shots. They don't need to be knockout shots. They're accumulating points in mixed martial arts.
Slavin gets his back to the cage, gonna look to cage walk, but right now he's got his right leg stuck between and trapped down by Ryan Shelley, who's doing an excellent job of nullifying the opportunity of stand up, landing some shots as well. So again, an excellent end of the second round here for Ryan Shelley. James Slavin worked so hard to get that takedown. When he did get it, it was Shelley who actually benefited from it and lands the big shots on top. But I bring you back to the very first part of this fight that I said that James Slavin told me I am always looking for that submission win. He's got 3 minutes left in the clock here for it, so this is by no means in the bank here for Ryan Shelley. The threat of submissions are real.
There was perhaps an uppercut loaded there. So use your strikes to get in the face of Ryan Shelley to close the distance and then engage.
Potentially here when you look at, the game plan is there for James Slavin. We can all see it. Everybody in attendance here and everybody watching can see he's looking for the takedown. He's looking for that submission. I'll bring you back to Khabib Nurmagomedov taking on Conor McGregor, where he landed a big overhand right because McGregor was expecting the takedown. That's something that could be a plan here for Slavin. But again, that side kick is beautiful by Shelley, and that allows him just to get the distance, as in the get away from me moment.
And that might be one of the most telling moments of the fight. Just the pendulum may have swung there a little bit.
Beautiful right hand, just as Slavin was changing levels. Shelley landed a beautiful right hand.
He's getting his shots off. Right in front of us, Slavin in on a double leg, but needs to be wary of exposing the neck.
This is vital, I think, Phil. A lot of energy expended looking for that takedown here by Slavin. Turns the corner and he's doing that beautifully, but Shelley, every time he does it, springs back to his feet, and that must be frustrating for James Slavin.
I guess it comes back to the age-old quandary of how heavily do you score a takedown from which your opponent bounces straight back up now?
Yeah, is it effective? Have you complete the takedown if your opponent springs back to life like that? I'm not too sure. It's an argument for another day.
But Ryan Shelley just trying to bring the level of Slavin up with that underhook.
Looking to separate here. The nice uppercut on the inside by Slavin. Beautiful. Needs more of that. And Shelley straight away goes back to work. Looks to be the faster hands. Digs to the body that time. Nice side kick again for distance. Goes
on the head kick.
No tell, head kick.
So Slavin just eats it. He's in again on that single.
You can see every time Slavin just gets Shelley close to the cage, he changes levels and tries to burst in and close that range to get to where he is here. But is this enough, Phil? Is this potentially winning the round? Could this potentially be winning the fight? Is this the style that is going to impress the judges?
You see Shelley there just continuing with those shots, and they score. I'd like to see him perhaps go Kimura grip on the arm of James Slavin there, or perhaps push that head down and make it uncomfortable. There he is, just trying to shrug it off by putting pressure on the head.
Slavin needs to do something here. He's going to try it, imagine, turn the corner as he's had success, pull his opponent one way and then rip him back the opposite. But Shelley has shown excellent takedown defense, and again, when he does get down, he gets straight back up. Reaches under for the switch here.
May just hit it. Needs to sprawl heavy in this position. If he can just circle out.
What I like what Shelley's doing as well, Phil, is every time he's just done it there, when the head presents itself, he hits a couple of shots, punishing Slavin for still hunting for that takedown. Corner is calling for hard shots coming near the end of the third round.
Closing stanza of this round. Shelley just needs to land a couple of strikes here to leave a little bit of an impression in the eyes of the judges.
We're going to go to the judges' scorecards. K-side here. The game plan from the offset was there by Slavin. He was working for that takedown. When he did get it, Shelley utilised and got the better position, landing heavy shots. Chris Fields feels confident with his fighter, has him raised. But Phil, we go once again to your Clown Wars judges' scorecards. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciation for both fighters. At the 3-round of action, we go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27. For your winner, by unanimous decision, coming out of the red corner, Crowne, Shelley. He's on the cause for James Slavin.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the effective striking and distance control of Team KF's Ryan Shelley, resulting in a unanimous decision.